You guys in the morning, after we're done, you go home. You got nothing else to do. Okay? Anybody get injured in any way? You okay? What happened? Throwing, pitching? In the outfield? Infield? All right. Bothered you before? Couple procedural things. Guys that are coming here in the afternoon, I'm Ed Santa with the Rockies. The other guys that help them here, different scouts and coaches. You'll get to meet them as we go on. Okay. I will email you guys, not your parents. Email you guys your results, arm velocities, exit velocities, running times, pop times. The email you gave on that roster is your email. I wrote it down. That's the one I'm sending it to. There might be 20 people on the email and 20 more, whatever. All right? Read the email. Don't have your parents call me with it. Where's the results? You delete it. Okay, I know email's kind of old school, but that's as good as I got right now. I'm going to send you out a list of the colleges, the pro scouts, and we're here. It's a list over there. You can take a look at it anytime you want. See who was here. If you're interested in that school, call the coach. Say, hey, what'd you think of me at Santa Showcase? I don't send out a generic result thing to you guys, any type of written evaluation. It's hard to do in something like this. I think your evaluation comes from how many guys respond to you when this is over. Every guy here writes you a letter, sends you something, calls you on the phone, probably did pretty good. You guys saw the guys that did pretty good. Those are the guys that get all the calls. Some of you guys may get calls from smaller schools. Maybe that's the level you need to play at. So you have to find that out. That'll be kind of your response. You'll have your results, so to speak. And you know, it's something like this. All you want guys to do on that roster is circle your name, check your name, whatever. They want to follow you and see what you can do. That's why your grades. That's why your grade in school's on there. You know, height, weight, all that good stuff. We're looking at 2020 that's out there differently than we look at it 2017, obviously because of their age. Okay. So, in something like this, we're looking at tools. This morning and this afternoon, tools are: can you run? Can you throw? Can you hit? Do you have power? Can you play defense? We don't get a real good look at it. The defensive part, we can see your hands when you're taking ground balls. The outfielders, you don't get a real good look because you're not fielding balls in a game. But if a guy sees athleticism and a pretty good body and some strength, rest assured he'll come back to watch you play in the outfield and then see what kind of plays you do. Okay? Same thing with catchers. Pop times are nice. I want to see what happens when the guy's in the box and there's a real runner at first base and the scoreboard's on. See what kind of pop times you got then. In the major leagues, 1.9's really good. 2.0's really good in the major leagues. Okay? So we'll send you out that list of colleges. You got to have tools, fellas, in this game. You got to have the tools that we like to see. Some guys have tools. They can't play very well. Some guys don't have as good of tools, but they can play over their tools. All right? So that's these guys' job as coaches, and my job as a scout, to see what you are. You're a toolsy guy, and can you play? The guys we want in the draft, tools and play. Okay? Athleticism, body strength, those types of things are all important for us when we're looking at you. The other thing that's important is how you look and how you act. All right? Guys walking in here, you know, from the time you get out of the bus till the time you go home, if I come to scout you, I want to see all of that. I want to see what you look like getting out of the bus. I'm sitting in the parking lot. I want to see what you look like getting out. I want to see how you act when no one's watching. I want to see how you treat people that can't do anything for you. All that stuff. What type of teammates you are. If you're in the dugout, your guy hits a fly ball down left field line, might be a home run. You're in the third base dugout. My eyes don't go to the ball. My eyes go to the dugout to see which guy isn't standing up to see if the ball went out. He's the guy that doesn't care. So all those things are so important for you guys because we're watching you. That's what we come to do. You might see us talking. You might see us turn around. You might see us get the Coke in a minute. We see what happens on that field. We see who can play. We talk to your coaches. We talk to players that play against you. We talk to opposing coaches. We talk to your teachers. All those things are important. So how you look and how you act in a baseball uniform, the first thing we mark down is, does he pass the look test? Does he look like a ball player? That's number one. If you get out of the car, look, I drive around 40, 50,000 miles a year, probably most of them in my slippers, all right? I don't get out of the car until I put my shoes on. Someone might be watching me. I don't want them to tell the Rockies your scout has slippers on, all right? You guys the same way. You can come to the game whatever way you want. If you want to wear earrings, if you want to wear all that stuff, that's fine. I wouldn't do it when you're trying to impress one of us. That's not impressive to me. So when the coaches come to see you, when scouts come to see you, you have to understand you have to make them run. It's really important. Why do scouts walk around? Why do college coaches walk around with a stopwatch every time you get up to the plate? Because as soon as you crack the crack of the bat, press the watch. The time you get to first base, we press the watch. If you're a right-handed hitter and you run 4.3, that's average in the major leagues. So if you can run 4.3, it should be close to a 6.9 or so 60-yard dash. Those things should line up a little bit. So imagine if you pull up one step because you're mad because you know you're out. That's going to give me 4.5. Okay? Now your coach, you told me you run like a deer. I'm not seeing a deer. I need to see a deer if you can run. Every time. Same thing if you hit a double. Get you rounding the base and seeing you run. We want to see you as fast as you can go. Infield, outfield. Look, I tell people this story all the time. My first year of scouting, Derek Jeter. That Derek Jeter. He's playing shortstop, Kalamazoo, Michigan. He's behind third base every ball in between innings. He's throwing it 100 miles an hour across the diamond. If he didn't even get a ground ball hit to him that day, I would have known that he had a plus arm because of what he did. So if I come to see you and you don't get a ground ball hit to you, and you kind of Cadillac in an infield, I don't think you have a very good arm. That's when guys are watching you. Infield, outfield, batting practice. By the time batting practice and infield, outfield are over, I've already determined which one or two guys I'm going to watch. Some of the coaches might have 3 guys. But after that's all over, and looking at all the things I just told you, now we bear down in the game on those guys. If somebody else does something, we may rethink it, but those are the guys that we bear down while we're playing. You can always run, you can always throw. You're not going to get the same thing with pitching. Okay? Can you win when you don't have your good fastball? You throw 87 and now that day you're throwing 84. I'm still watching to see how you compete. Can you win without your good stuff? What kind of competitor are you? Okay? Do you throw enough strikes? Pitchers, do you throw strikes? The best pitch in baseball is still a strike. Summer teams. Look, you guys are all on summer teams. The majority of the recruiting is done in the summertime. Okay? Majority of the recruiting is done in the summertime. It's hot, you're playing at Bob Seam Park 2 games tomorrow, 3 games tomorrow, whatever. It's not easy to be 100% all the time, but all these guys are sitting here watching. So you have to be. All right? Get on the best summer teams you can get on. Look, fellas, recruiting is geographic. We have outstanding coaches. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Kentucky, all around here, West Virginia. We got great programs, Division I, Division II, Washington and Jefferson, Division III World Series, Marietta, Division III World Series, Slippery Rock, Division II World Series, Division I schools, you know the schools around here, Kent State, Eastern Michigan, Toledo, Youngstown State. So we got good coaches around here. There's no need for you to go much further. You can run to all these summer teams. Go to California, Texas, and Florida. I tell guys this all the time. That's fine. And there's guys out there watching. But the guy at UCLA, he's got guys like you that live in California. You don't have to recruit a kid from Pennsylvania if you got the same guy in California. Doesn't that make sense? So think about these schools here. What I would suggest to you, go watch guys play. Whatever level you think you can play at, go watch them play. Take the weekend and go watch Kent State. Next weekend, go watch Slippery Rock. Next weekend, go watch Washington and Jefferson. Division I, Division II, Division III. See what those teams look like. See how you fit in. Okay? And sometimes mom and dad, my mom still thinks I'm going to be a big leaguer. I said, Mom, I'm 56, probably not going to make it. Okay? So, your mom and dad's always going to think you could play at the best school in the country. You guys know. If I walk out here and I say to everyone, hey, who's the best guy? You're like, that guy. 1, whatever, 2, you know. So take a look at it, see where you can fit in, see what's important to you. Number 1, academically, you should have something in mind. Okay. Number 2, baseball-wise, look at the facilities we have around here. Everybody. Very good facilities, good schools. Okay. So take a look at those things. I think that will help you narrow down your choices somewhat. And when you're looking at schools, it'll give you a starting place. Everybody's going to try to get you to come to your camp. You can't come to everybody's camp. Okay. This is why this one is somewhat effective, because all these guys are blessed that they come here to see all you guys. It's a good thing for all of us. Okay. Any showcases? Look, I'm going to put this. I have a website. I'll put the top guys online. The other ones I'm going to send to you, because if you guys weren't here, I don't want them to see all the results. I want you guys to see the results, and I want the coaches that were here to see the results. If they didn't bother to come, then they shouldn't get the results. You can give them the results if you want. But any other showcases that you go to, I'm just trying to find out. People ask me all the time, who comes to your showcase? Who's going to be there? Well, these are the guys who were there last year. If you go on my website, santabaseball.com, you can see who's been there in the past. Like in the fall, I have a little bigger crowd in the fall with guys. So you can see who's there. If you're interested in some of those schools, probably be a good idea to come. Okay. Sometimes you got to be the squeaky wheel. All right? Push the envelope. Okay? Guys that aren't very good players in college, and they tell me they got an agent. I'm like, you got an agent? What do you need an agent for? What's he going to do for you? You need to push the envelope. I'm not sure you're a good player. I'm not sure you're that great of a player right now. For you to have me talk through your agent turns me off. I need to see an email from you telling me, hey, I want to go to your school, and this is why. Can you come recruit me? Here's some video. So do that. You guys are way more adept at social media than I will ever. Put it out there. Let people see it. Get on PBR stuff and different things like that. That's all great. These guys want to come see you. They have 11.7 scholarships in Division I. Take my word, they're certainly not going to take any summer coaches or any high school coaches' word on a kid that they're giving scholarship money to. If they want to give you a scholarship, they're not going to take the word. They just can't afford to do it. They got to come see you play themselves. So they're here today to see you play. And they'll be here during this tournament, some of them. Some of you guys are in the tournament. Anything you can send out, any types of videos. Look, people send me videos all the time. I hit them, I watch them. I don't see a whole lot, but I can see some things. They go, oh yeah, that looks pretty good. I might go see that. All right? The other thing, fellas, important. This group of guys here, you guys playing in the summer, high school ball players, look, you have way more players playing in Little League, right? Johnny was pretty good in Little League. He petered out. He's not even on the high school team. Now you're in high school, you're going to college. That's going to weed it down even more. Then for a select few, go to professional baseball, very small percentage. Okay, it can happen. There could be major leaguers sitting in this park today. I'm not telling you there's not. I'm saying it's a very small percentage. Get your education, go to college, work your way through. For us nowadays, higher percentage of the draft is college guys than it is high school guys. Okay, so think about that. In conjunction with that, going to college, everybody's looking at your grades. But fellas, let me tell you how important it is. First of all, it's important because you got to get into that school. All right. Second of all, it's important because we look at grades. I do. I equate grades with work ethic. I don't care what school you go to, it's public school 101 or fancy schmancy prep school. You should be able to get good grades unless there's some type of learning disability. I don't understand why you don't have really good grades. It's not that hard. It shows me something about your work ethic. And if you think you can get better grades and your parents are on your ass to get better grades, then you should be getting better grades probably. You got to work hard. Because for that select few that get there, look, when you go to the minor leagues, we just drafted 30 guys. They're all superstars. If you saw them play, you'd be like, dude, that guy's the guy. Brendan McKay's really good. Brendan McKay just went to the Tampa Bay Rays. There's a lot of really good guys with the Tampa Bay Rays. Now it starts all over again. His work ethic has to be even that much better to get to that, to play in Tampa. Play down here in Cleveland, play over there in Pittsburgh. Those guys, in all my years of scouting, every time I go to a major league park, never ceases to amaze me. At 3 o'clock, when nobody else can get in, the scouts can get in and watch batting practice. Invariably, when you see guys doing extra hitting, it's always the stars. If you go over there to whatever they call that field now, Progressive Field today, 3:30, if you could get in there, I'll guarantee you when they're doing extra hitting, if Frankie Lindor's doing it, that the rest of their stars are doing it. That Nolan Arenado's doing it in Colorado, because I see him do it. That's the work ethic you have to have. So people come to me sometimes because they're scouts and they say, look, hey, Johnny got a good arm. Johnny don't want nothing to do with school. He doesn't have good grades. He just wants to sign. He'll sign for a hamburger and a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got no interest. No interest. I don't care how many tools he has. His work ethic is not nearly good enough to make it through the minor leagues to the major leagues. I'm not interested in signing minor leaguers. So these guys in college, the same way. You get to that level, you're going to have to work so much harder. You're walking in as a freshman, you're trying to beat out a guy that was all conference. Now you're the freshman shortstop and he's a junior. You got to work hard to beat him out. So that's the importance of all that stuff for us. It's work ethic. And you know, I coached at Kent, I coached at Ohio State, and now I've done this job for a while. So we're kind of talking like a college coach too. The majority of you going to college. All right. Wherever you are, my job is to find you. If you're a prospect in Ohio, Michigan, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, Western New York, and Canada, that's my job. I'm supposed to know all those guys. Doesn't matter if you're the smallest school in the world or if you're at the big school. The smallest high school in the world or the biggest high school in the world. Played on the fancy summer team or played American Legion ball somewhere where nobody hardly saw you. Doesn't matter. It's my job. My point is, whatever school you go to, we're going to find you. Okay? This guy's Tiffin University, 9th round a couple years ago. Guys this year, Division II, Division III got drafted. Seton Hill over in Pennsylvania. Guy at Mercyhurst got drafted. Pitching in the big leagues, Altavilla. Watch him one night, throwing 98 miles an hour, went to Mercyhurst. So whatever school you go to, we'll still find you. So don't feel like you need to go there. You need to absolutely go to Division I. Obviously, if Division I's recruiting, that's what you want to do. You're going to get more looks there. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you that we can find you wherever you're at. Okay? Anybody has any questions? Okay, here's what we're going to do. All right? About 10. It's 12:58. At 1:10. 1:10, we're going to run the 60 out there with the cones on. We run from the right field.